Right, we're going to be looking at permutations. Now, we're also, maybe in the next video, next slide, we're going to be looking at combinations, okay? Combinations versus permutations. Now, with permutations, selections from a single group of items and no item may be selected more than once. Now, here we go. The order of arrangement matters. In other words, how many ways I can move around the letters A, B, C, D. So A, B, C, D, okay, is considered to be different from D, C, B, A. Now with combinations, it's the same thing because it's the same four letters. Arrangement doesn't matter, okay? We'll look at that later. But permutations, order does matter. Now if you think about it, if order doesn't matter with combinations, if these two are the same, then that's just one thing, okay? If these now are different, because it's a permutation, then we're going to get more permutations than combinations. Think about it, okay? But you've got to decide, are you doing a permutation or a combination? That can get tricky. Okay, so here we go. Let's take a look at this here. 4 swimmers. Now we're going to use all 4 swimmers. So think about this. Okay, who's going to go first? I've got 4 choices. Whoever goes first has gone. I've only got 3 choices left. Whoever goes second has gone. I've only got 2 choices left, and so on. So that is 4 times 3. That gives me 24. But now then, here's the thing. There is an icon on your calculator. It's the factorial icon, and it looks like an exclamation mark, okay? This is factorial. In other words, the answer to this is this, 4 factorial. It just means 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, okay? And that, of course, came out to be 24. Now then, let's take a look at some of the questions below. A middle school principal scheduled 6 different classes. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. If I pick algebra to go first, let's say during the day, okay, or whatever, I've got 6 things to choose from. Algebra, English, history, Spanish, science, and gym. If I've picked one, then I've got 5 things to pick from. Pick that one, I've only got 4 left to pick from, and again, so on. But what we're saying here is this is going to be 6 factorial. And again, much easier to put in your calculator than starting to type all this in, okay? But that's what that means. Again, let's take a look at question 7. Oh, what we're doing. 12 songs. Again, you can pick a song to go first on the CD. There's only 11 left for the second choice. 10 left for the next one. No, okay, so on and so on. Can you see this is going to be 12 factorial? I'd rather put that in my calculator and get an answer than try to do this. That might take a while, okay? Again, it's just a quick way of doing it. Use the actual factorial button. Now, supposing we're going to choose, so go back to the swimming example. There was all 4 people. We chose all 4 people to do the swimming. All 6 to put on the schedule. All 12 songs on the CD. Now, let's take a look at question 8 here, all right? You've got a team of 10 swimmers, but you're only going to put a 4-person team, okay? So now you're going to have to choose from the 10, a 4-person team. Who goes first, who goes second, who goes third, and who goes last, okay? Now, what we have here is now this is an important thing here. It's the permutation formula. Now, I'm going to talk through this slowly, okay? This is the permutation formula. Right, let's take a look. If we make our selections from a group of n, so what we're saying here is we have 10 swimmers, that's the n, okay? That's my n, okay? And again, it comes first, it's the bigger number. I'm going to put together a 4-person relay team, that's my R. I'm selecting 4 out of 10. That's the R is the 4, the 10 is the N, okay? So what I'm actually doing is this. If I wrote it, I actually wrote something like that, okay? That's what it would be, okay? 4 from 10. Now, this is what you do. Now, it's straightforward. It's right here. Obviously, I'm going to write 10 factorial. I'm going to put it over 10 minus 4 factorial because that's what it's told me to do. This is 10 factorial over 6 factorial. And whatever that comes out to be is the answer. Now, there are shortcuts to this because look at this. 10 factorial, think about it, is 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times... Oh, wait a minute. The bottom already has 6 factorial. 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And because that is going to be up here, what's the point in writing it? You know, in other words, all this will cancel. That is going to be my answer in the calculator. But if you're not sure what I did then, just try and put it separately in your calculator and divide, okay? I always like to do a few shortcuts. So let's take a look at another question. 12 candidates, 3 leadership positions, okay? The second... Now here's where you have to try and understand why it's a permutation. The first person becomes mayor. So once the mayor's chosen, the second person becomes deputy mayor. Okay, so again, order of arrangement matters. That's why it's a permutation, not a combination. So I'm still going to choose permutations. So here we go. My N is 12, my R is 3. So again up here, we have 12 factorial over 12 minus 3 factorial, which is 12 factorial over 9 factorial. Now, of course, you don't have to write if you don't want to. You can probably in your head do what 12 times minus 3 is. 12 take away 3. So again, just put that in your calculator. My shortcut would be this. 12 factorial is 12 times 11 times 10 times 9. No, wait a minute, because what's on the bottom is 9 times 8. Okay, 9 factorial. 7, 6, 5. So can you see? There's no point in me writing all this again. All that will go. That is going to be my answer. And what's that? 12 times 11, 132 times 10, 1320. So can you see how quickly I did that one without using the calculator? But again, use your calculator. So again, if I do one more, I mean, I'm just going to kind of pause after this one and do the video for combinations. But again here, okay, 15 children team, a 9-player batting order, and again, it's an order. So again, that's my N and that's my R. So if you think about it, it's going to be 15 factorial over what's 15 minus 9 factorial. It's going to be 6 factorial, okay? I just did 15, take away 9, okay? So that is permutations, but really it's just this here.